to just one person or two person in general, your experience from the briefing or from the experience of listening. Yeah. Okay. So let's ask Jason. Jason, you said never mind, just forget it. But how is it this time? Can you just share your experience being Jason?
Yes, thank you very much for the opportunity. So my experience in being listened to was very nice, as I mentioned in the briefing in the group. Sorry, in the
Yeah.
facilitator,
Yeah.
with the facilitator. Yeah, it was very nice to actually have someone consciously make an effort, ask questions, confirm when I'm talking about my interests,
Mm.
even though it is not a movie that they have watched before. Like there's a conscious effort there to actually listen and understand. I think that reassures and validates my interests a bit more.
Yes.
So,
And how did it make you feel when you say it's nice? How did it make you feel?
validated and reassured of my interests. Yeah.
Happy? And that makes you feel good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Beautiful. You guys, everybody, this is what you want your mentees to feel. Okay. So that is the point of listening. So that look at, like Jason is smiling and I can feel there's just joy in him. And I would like to guess that Jason is probably a little bit of an introvert. Yeah. And so introverts usually don't become introverts because nobody listened to them. So they said, okay, I'll just listen then. Right? So people like Jason and people who are not usually talking as much, when you just give them your listening, you would change that person. They would feel better, they would feel happier, they would feel more trusting and safe. That's the most important thing. Okay, so let me just grab somebody else for the, let's say, for the listening. How did it feel to listen? Let me ask Marja. Marja is actually also a bit of an introvert, but let me ask you. Marja, how was it for you just listening like this?
Yeah,
Okay,
like you said
Marja?
earlier. So yes, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay. Yeah, like you said, Miranda. So I actually more like to listen. Yeah, I like more to listen than to speak actually. Okay, so that's kind of a good exercise for me, practice to listen to somebody else and listen to their story and maybe find some similarities and maybe can learn something, one or two things from them. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think it's good enough
Did
to.
you notice? Yeah, thank you for that. Actually, I'm also probably thinking that you become like more listening. You just prefer to listen because you may have experienced not being listened to as much.
Yeah, in some one or two cases, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So it's
Mm.
just like, okay, well, nobody's listening to me, so I'm just going to listen, forget trying to be listened. And did you notice any barriers where you were listening? What are your barriers of listening, if you know, from the five that we shared, like thinking about solutions or what's going on inside you?
Okay, probably yeah to have a focus, yeah, because sometimes maybe our span of attention is quite short, so we might distracted by other things, and how to keep focus on listening to someone and giving them the attention they should receive from me.
Okay, beautiful. So whenever you notice any of your barriers, just say, okay, refocus, all like that. Because just being a listener doesn't mean that the other person feels heard, as we have probably experienced. So now you probably understand more, and how can we give that experience of being heard to the people that speaks in front of you? Okay, well, thank you so much, Marja. You guys will all do the assignments later. And so thank you for sharing, for doing your practice, and for sharing in the debrief. we are going to continue now. And if you have to go for a bio break, does anyone need bio break? I'm trying to figure out, should we take a little break now or we just continue? So if you want to continue, Hugh said, is that yes, continue, or yes, bio break?
5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, let's take 5 minutes break, and we are at 4:42. So come back at 4:47. Timer, please time it. Gusti, am I a co-host?
Or
Am I a co-host?